Hey VC, it's Jonathan, the Cheap and Cheerful Record Collector. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. I was recently looking at YT Studios, YouTube Studios, and looking at some of my videos I've made for the VC, and I realized that my first video was made 7 years ago this month, February 8th, 2017. Since then, I made 340 videos, which is approximately 48 per year, almost one a week. Some other statistics, I have 2,259 subs. When I started making the videos back in February of 2017, I remember thinking, if I get 100 subs, I'd be so happy. And 7 years later, 2,259 subs. I'm obviously not up there with the heavy hitters like Mazzy with 32,000 subs, or Dylan from Noble Records, who has 103,000 subs, or Channel 33 RPM with 69,000 subs. But 2,200, not so bad, considering, I mean, those guys, a lot of those guys, this is a business for them. And it's certainly not a business for me. I'm not making any money. I'm just enjoying making the videos and connecting with people in the VC. Over the years, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was over in England, and I met up with Headley from Another Fat Bearded Man Talking About Records, and we spent the day digging for records and had lunch. And that night, his girlfriend and my wife and I and my daughter all got together for dinner. We had a great time, and again, I would have met him if it hadn't been for the VC. And about a year and a half ago, my wife and I were out in Seattle for the first time, and I met up with Mazzy. We had breakfast, and then went back to his place, and I dug through the Coleman collection, found some stuff. We hung out for a while. It was great. So I made a lot of friends in the VC through making videos, and as you can tell from my videos, I never edit anything. I just put my phone up, hit the go button, and start talking and showing stuff. So if you are thinking about making a video and you haven't, just jump in and do it and see what happens. 7 years ago, there were a lot of other people who have fallen by the wayside, who've stopped making videos. A lot of people were very active early on, and I haven't seen videos. I can't remember their names right now, but a number of people are just gone, and new people come in every day. So it's great. And my most viewed video was a video I made on March 28th, 2020, which was called 10 Psych Albums You Must Have. And that got 38,000 views, which I'm just ridiculous. From that, the next one I think is like 10,000, and then everything falls down to like 1,200 and 1,500. And normally in a video, I'll get between 200 and 500 views, which is not bad. It's fine. It doesn't matter that many views I get. It's just sort of, I like to connect to the people in the VC. So as part of my 7 years in the VC, I thought I would show 7 obscure records, one from each genre that I have. I have my records broken up, and my first genre I have is jazz. Then I have rock and pop, blues, folk and country, rhythm and blues, international, vocalists, and then compilations. So it's going to be actually 8, so 7 plus 1. So I thought I'd pick some obscure stuff, one from each of the different genres, and show them today for my 7th year anniversary in the VC. So the first one I'm going to show is from the jazz collection, and this is Emily Remler. Emily Remler was a great jazz guitar player. I hadn't heard of her until I got a Larry Coryell album where she plays along with Larry on that album. And from that, I saw her name, and I started looking into her. She was born in 1957, so younger than I am. Unfortunately, she died in 1990, drug use, yeah. She was in Australia on tour, and she overdosed, and heart failure, etc. But great guitar player. This album is not nearly as fusion-oriented as the Larry Coryell albums. A little more traditional, but great guitar player. Someone, if you haven't seen it or haven't heard of her, definitely worth looking for her. Emily Remler. Next, in the rock category, I'm going with an album that Dylan from Noble Records put out with his, he started pressing records, having records pressed for him. And this is one of the first ones he did, and he couldn't stop raving about it, so I was really happy to grab it. And it's an album called Farm, which is a really heavy psych blues rock album. The band was formed in 1969. I think they broke up in 73. Yeah, broke up in 73. Originals are impossible to find, but this really nice yellow vinyl that Dylan put out from Noble Records. If you don't know Dylan, I don't know where you've been, but definitely check out Dylan, Noble Records. And this is a great, great album, Farm. Great stuff. With the blues, if you watch my channel at all, you know I'm a blues hound. This guy may be familiar to people who are blues hounds, but if you're just a music fan and not strictly a blues hound, you might not know of him. So I thought I'd show him up, and it's Lowell Fulsom. And Lowell Fulsom was born in 1921, died 1999. He was born on an Indian reservation in Oklahoma. He is part Cherokee, part Choctaw, and part African American. Plays sort of in the B.B. King style, more the West Coast style of blues. A little funkier than B.B. King, but this is an album, a compilation called Chess Blues Masters Series. There's a 2-record set, and just called Lowell Fulsom, and it's great, really great album. If you like that B.B. King horn-oriented blues with a great guitar playing and great vocals, something to look forward to. Lowell Fulsom. Next, in the folk and countries category, I could have gone numerous ways for people, but I really enjoy this guy, so I thought I'd show him. A lot of people, I don't think he's very well known. Maybe here in the East Coast more, because he's from Massachusetts area. But it's Guy Van Duzer. I guess it's Duzer or Dusser. And this is his album, Get the World on a String. He is a folk and jazz guitar player. Just wonderful stuff. I have a number of his albums. I find them around here fairly easily to find on Rounder Records. So, you know, that's one of the labels I always pick up when I see something by an artist and his price is right. So yeah, Guy Van Duzer, Got the World on a String. This one has Billy Novak, who I have a couple albums with it together, and he plays clarinet. And yeah, recorded 1985. So yeah, look out for Guy Van Duzer if you like that guitar playing. All right, how about some soul and R&B? This woman is not unknown. I'm sure a lot of people know who she is. She had one really big hit song back in the 60s, and it is Barbara Lynn. And this is her album, Here's Barbara Lynn. The song is You'll Lose a Good Thing. I love the inside cover. Gotta love that. And Barbara Lynn, a left-hand guitar player. And gotta look at my notes here. Barbara was born 1942 and is still with us. She's 88 years old or something. But this is a fantastic album. This was on Atlantic. This is a Light in the Attic pressing of this album. Just killer stuff. Besides You'll Lose a Good Thing, Take Your Love and Run, Maybe We Can Slip Away, Only You Know How to Love Me, Mix It Up Baby, Suffering City. Just fantastic. Barbara Lynn on the, it's a repress, but on the green and blue Atlantic label. So really good stuff. Next one is what I call the vocalists. And I could have, you know, Frank Sinatra and all that stuff, but everyone knows all those people. So I thought I'd do somebody who a lot of people don't know, and I absolutely love this guy. And this is Bob Doro. This is a repress. This is the original album down there. And this is a repress of the album. This album, the original, my dad bought in the mid-'60s when I was still in high school. Excuse me. And he played it. I loved it. I had it for years. And when I sold my whole record collection about 15 years, maybe more ago, I sold that one, which I should never have done. But when I saw the repress, I picked it up. He is sort of in the Mose Allison school of piano playing and singing. Just wonderful stuff. On here, he does, this was originally recorded in 1956 in New York. Baltimore Oriole, Devil May Care, Old Devil Moon. I had the Craziest Dream last night, Polka Dots and Moonbeams. But definitely in that Mose Allison kind of singing. Bob Doro also, if you're of a certain age, you may know the TV show Schoolhouse Rock. He did all the music and songs for that show, Schoolhouse Rock. This album was heard by Miles Davis, who was really taken with it. And when the studio or the record company said to Miles Davis, I want you to put out a Christmas album or a Christmas song, he thought of Bob Doro, and they put out the song Blue Xmas. One of the few vocalists that ever recorded with Miles Davis is Bob Doro. Then we go to what I call my international collection. And this one, again, I thought something a little different that a lot of people may not know their music or their type of music at all. And it's called the KMA Conservatory Band. And this is Yiddish Renaissance. So klezmer music is a particularly Eastern European Jewish music with, as you see, a big band, clarinets, all that kind of stuff. Very high energy, up-tempo music. Just, I grew up with it, so I love this stuff. And this is, I have a couple of different klezmer bands, but this one I really enjoy. Excuse me. This was, try to get the recording date. Can't find a recording date on it, but that's right. The music, a lot of the music was developed in the 20s and 30s, Eastern European. And yeah, the KMA Conservatory Band on the old Kleztone records. So yeah, a lot of fun with that. That's number 7. And then number 8, I thought I'd do a something from my compilations collection. A lot of compilations I have, jazz, blues, rock, folk, whatever. But this is sort of fun. And this is Last of the Whorehouse Piano Players. And this features Milt Hinton and Gus Johnson. 2 pianos. This is volume 2, so there's got to be volume 1 somewhere. On Chaz Records. Chaz Jazz. And it is, you know, barrel house piano. Which I love, New Orleans, kind of 1930s barrel house piano. And how can you leave an album called The Last of the Whorehouse Piano Players sitting around? You have to grab it. A lot of the musicians started off playing in whorehouses in New Orleans, etc. That's the only place they could get a paycheck every week, basically. So yeah, The Last of the Whorehouse Piano Players. Ralph Sutton and Jay McShane. So that's it. That's 7 years of videos at the VC. Hopefully we can do another 7 years. Keep looking forward. I've really enjoyed meeting people on the VC and hooking up with them, talking to them, sharing stories, sharing musical ideas, finding out about new bands. I mean, to me, that's the best part of the VC, is meeting new people and discovering new music that you wouldn't know of if you hadn't been watching the VC. So thanks for watching. Again, if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that. And until next time, peace.